Welcome. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Saranji Burgos, and I am the founding principal of Bria Caritas. Just the fact that you're here watching this shows us that we share a common purpose, the best education for your children. You may be surprised to hear that I am not going to pitch you about why Bria is a better school than others. Our purpose is to give you all the information you need to make the best decision for your family. There are a lot of great schools. I think Bria is the best one, but you have to make that decision too. It is a choice. We pride ourselves in being a community school, and I am telling you that up front because if you want a school where you can drop off and pick up and not engage with the school community, you probably won't like it here. We believe that outcomes are achieved through partnership. Our core belief is that we see families as the first educators of their children, and our job as supporting all of you to achieve outcomes for your children and our community. We do everything we can do to partner with you. It takes a village to raise children, and we really invest in that. During our time together today, we're going to explain the mission that guides the work that we do, highlight unique elements of our school program, go over academic outcomes, review some logistics of what it takes to be a Bria Scholar, and then answer your what next questions. Even with all that, we know some things need to be seen to be believed, so we've compiled a short video for you to capture some of the joy and community that lives here at Bria. Enjoy.
Bria was inspired by the idea that you can take the best of a high expectations charter school model and combine it with joy and create a holistic approach where students are developed mind, body, and spirit, and where families come to school as a pillar of a community.
Bria brings this culture and love to these children. They genuinely love these kids, and they just do a lot of other things with them outside just being academic. It makes them want to come to school.
Bria's program is unique. We use a blended learning model, so we integrate technology into the classroom, and that facilitates small group learning so that students get both teacher-driven instruction and adaptive computer instruction on their individual level.
At Bria, our curriculum is classical education, which is based on truth, beauty, and goodness.
We teach them truth by exposing them to rich content. We teach them beauty by exposing them to music and art and dance. And we teach them goodness by exposing them to the core virtues, which are courage, justice, wisdom, and self-control.
Students don't just sit and are passive recipients of knowledge from their teachers. They're active owners of the knowledge and the learning they acquire.
One thing that Bria is really committed to is our co-teacher model, and that is true from kindergarten all the way up through the middle school level.
I think our culture at Bria is really strong. From the second I walked into this school for my interview, even until now, it seems like culture and the fostering of a community has been something that's been intentionally built here.
I think Bria truly helps our families. We try to be a one-stop shop. Families can come to the main office and get support in any way they need. Whether it's academic, whether it's translating documents, they come into that office and they're getting help in some way, somehow.
Something that families appreciate about Bria is the partnership between Bria and the optional Catholic extended day program. They appreciate their child being taught values and faith.
Bria is just full of a bunch of different opportunities that some kids get to experience every single day. You can go to art, you can go to dance, you can go to music. It's really fun for all scholars and absolutely fun to learn here.
They just give your kids everything that you as a parent would want them to have. You know, you want them to strive for more. You know, they don't just give them what they know they can do. You know, they want to push them for more because I feel like they know that there's an inner greatness with them and they don't want them to settle.
Before I came to Bria, I was very shy and I didn't really talk to many people, but now I perform a lot and I don't get nervous that easily. I get excited to come to school.
I feel proud to be part of a school where kids learn a lot and they're held to high expectations, but they also can be kids.
Being a part of this school gives the kids a chance to be a part of a strong community, to have the kind of education they deserve, not just hear about, and it exposes them to all the things teachers want the kids to have in the future.
I chose to send my child to Berea because of the love that these teachers give these children. The staff, down to the security guard at the front door, they're really a family here in this school. And I'm glad they made me and my daughter a part of their family.
The reason we start with a video is so that you can visualize what we are like at Berea. That's a glimpse of Berea, and hopefully you like the preview of some of the joy and magic of what makes us a special school. Now we'll dive into Berea's unique mission and bring Berea to life. This is our mission statement. Berea Public Charter Schools, K-8 schools in the classical tradition, help students to grow intellectually, socially, and physically into young men and women of good character and spirit, and to be prepared for excellence in high school, college, and beyond. Now let's break down some of the key parts. Classical, what does this mean? Exposure to rich, time-tested content and big ideas. We use a historical lens to understand the present and want to give our students access to text, problem sets, and ideas that push thinking, like what is the story of freedom over time and what makes a just world? We want to help students understand and appreciate the transcendentals of truth, beauty, and goodness because they are universal elements of the human experience, from forging friendships to appreciating the arts to solving math problems. We focus on the how to think and not what to think. Our job is to offer students the knowledge and skills to form their own thoughts and actions. That's why classical education is so powerful. It uses discourse, critical thinking about big questions, and spirals and connects content over time for students so that they can practice the tools of reasoning, opinion, speaking, and virtue. What does this mean? A classical education occurs in 3 phases and follows the brain's development. In the younger grades, students begin to memorize facts, build patterns, and focus on foundational knowledge and skills. In the middle grades, students deepen their reasoning of knowledge and connect ideas. And in the upper grades, they focus on complex communication and extended discourse. We offer integrated thematic content in literacy, 70 minutes of daily math, and the fine and applied arts daily. We lead with content, not just skills. Students learn about things, not simply disconnected skills. Socially, what does this mean? Grounded in our character work, students learn what it means to live and act virtuously, studying historical and modern exemplars of personal excellence and practicing opportunities to build relationships with peers and manage their behaviors. This is all part of human flourishing. Physically, what does this mean? Each campus offers students at least half an hour of physical movement each day in various forms such as martial arts, PE, dance, and for many age groups, recess on top of that. This looks different, but we guarantee it at every single Berea school. We want our students to build habits now that will set them to live a long, healthy life and take care of their bodies. Character, what does this mean? Growing in virtue and character is a good in itself, and we seek to help children and adults develop virtue because doing so supports excellence and flourishing. We want kids to flourish and continue on their journey as good people. This happens when you learn what it means to be good, with explicit instruction of the core virtues and lots of examples in the books they read and in all of you. When a teachable moment strikes and they have the opportunity to develop their character by making a choice, we are there to guide them through the process. Our behavior system is based on this approach rather than a prescribed reward and consequence. Part of teaching character starts with naming a core virtue, and we know that that isn't enough. We also ensure that the virtues are woven into our academic content. We talk about real-life examples when we encounter them in close reading. We ask questions that help us determine the best decisions that were made or could have been made when we study the past. We celebrate goodness when we experience it in our actions, and we partner with you to teach this. Spirit, what does this mean? For those who want an optional, full holistic approach with a faith-based component, we partner with a Catholic extended day program. High school, college, and beyond. What does this mean? This is you. Students grow out of Berea, and that's why our partnership matters. They are with us for a long time, but they are yours first, and you are the most important person in their life. The key is to partnering together. Now that's our program. Let's look at this in action. Every classroom has 2 lead teachers, not an assistant, but 2 lead teachers that share the classroom. In our classrooms, we have 30 laptops or more because we use an adaptive learning environment so that students get the personalized instruction that they need at their level on their computer. We have 8 field trips a year because we believe that learning extends out of the classroom. We want to make sure our students are applying what they learn in the classroom out of the classroom and experience what is out there in the world. We have an infinite number of elective club offerings. This happens every Friday. Students get to have choice and are able to learn about things out of this world. We have 5 parent workshops a year. And we do this so that we can partner with our families and let them know what their children are learning in the classroom and support them with their character development as well. We have had 100% attendance at every single family conferences. This is why partnering is extremely important to us. We want to make sure you are always in the know and you support us in supporting your child being their best. Here are ELA state exam results. As you can see, Bria has outperformed the District 7, New York City, and New York State in the exams in 2019 in literacy. And the same in math. Here are results from 2018-2019 in math, and Bria outperforms District 7, New York City, and New York State. But we want to tell you who is achieving these results. What you're looking at is our demographics. We have far more multilingual learners than the district and state and students with disabilities. Not only are we serving populations of special need, but we're raising the bar really high for them. Bria Basics. We are 100% committed to ensuring that the quality of our programming is consistent across the network. There are the same experiences at every Bria school. The only difference is where they are located. We have an extended school year that begins mid-August and ends late June. We have monthly family conferences and conversation where you get to meet with your school leaders. Weekly boosting rallies to come and cheer for your classroom college. Love and Logic behavior approach that is based on critical thinking and solving problems rather than a behavioral system. We have no public busing because we want to see our families every day at the door for arrival and dismissal. We have nightly bright work and reading logs and weekend challenges to ensure that you're aware of where your child should be in their academic progress. We have after-school partnerships with our El Camino programming, the optional Catholic faith-based program. And we have a student services team that supports students with different needs, and we have a related services team also in our buildings. Additionally, we have a full-time nurse that is here to support your children with any medical needs. Logistics, school uniforms. We believe that uniforms make students feel like they're part of our school community. We've partnered with Flynn O'Hara to support you in getting the same uniform for your children. Our uniform is a Bria black top, a Bria dress or gray pants, black sneakers, white undershirts, and a Bria sweater if you need it. Logistics, elementary school schedule. Our schedule is set to be Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. On Fridays, we give time for teacher professional development, so our school day is shorter. Our Friday school day is from 7:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. This year, we are slated to have a back-to-school night the week of August 16th, so you can get to know your teachers and your college classroom name. And our first day of school is planned to be on August 23rd. We're going to show you where the schools are in your district. We want to make sure that you know so you can apply to the schools that are in your district because that is a lottery preference. In Mott Haven, we have our 3 schools. Bria Veritas on 600 East 156th Street, it's K-4. Bria College Prep, it is also K-4 and it is located in 413 East 144th Street. And then we have Bria College Prep Middle School, which is located on 500 Cortland and has grades 5th through 8th grade. In University Hive, we have 2 schools, Bria Pax and Bria Caritas, that are sharing a school building on 2336 Andrews Ave. They're both K-1 and will continue to grow as the years progress. We have virtual school tours. If you'd like to take a tour, please use the information provided to be able to see what our buildings look like. Next steps. Make sure to apply to all the campuses in your district to increase your chances of acceptance. The deadline is April 1st, and the lottery is going to be held in early April. As soon as that is completed, families will receive the results of their acceptance, and enrollment begins right away. Make sure to follow us on our social media on Facebook and Instagram so you can see all of the great things that are happening, get some reminders, and see our announcements. We hope that we get to meet Abria Cardinal